Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Vivian from ThePaperLetterBlog, normally known as the Chatty Pen Pal channel, and today I have a fun treat for you guys as well as for myself. I have the new 2021 flow book for paper lovers. What I'm going to do in today's video is a little bit of an introduction first. You're listening to it, hello, and explain some things, and then what I am going to, oh my god, spoilers, I'm going to flip through this page by page. I will not be using music this year, previous to all of the other ones, because I'm going to be speeding this video up twice. And then you can decide if you want to speed it up even more by clicking that little gear in the bottom right, usually of the video player on YouTube. If you click that little gear button, you can speed this video up twice, meaning it will be at 4 times speed, or you can choose to do 0.5 times speed, meaning it will be real time for you. So I'm not including music this time because if you speed it up or slow it down, the music is just going to be very, very weird. And I'm also not going to be talking during the flip through. And then after the flip through, I will just do a little bit of my first impression, like basically I will just be giving my opinion. But first things first, introduction. I want to start by making very, very clear that I purchased this book with my own money. I was running errands like an hour ago and I passed by the magazine section and lo and behold, I found the Flow book for paper lovers. I honestly did not know that it was already out. I feel like Flow magazine has not been promoting it at all. It almost feels like a silent launch, or maybe I just missed out on the information, I don't know. So I don't have any spoilers, I have no clue. Ooh, I have no clue what the theme of this book is. I don't know. I was very, very surprised. So as I said, I purchased this book with my own money. I do not work for Flow magazine and I am in no way affiliated with Flow magazine. The whole reason why I make these videos is because they are super popular every year. I get lots of views. They are some of my most viewed videos and I just really like sharing them with you. So that also means that if you have any questions about this book or about anything else, please contact Flow magazine. I do want to say I just checked their website and I saw that the international Flow magazine web shop is closed. It said that due to COVID they had lots of trouble. So I cannot tell you if you can order this abroad or if it's just Europe. So what I want to do is, if you are, for example, from the USA and you know where to purchase this book, or if you can or cannot purchase this book, leave it in a comment down below so that you can help others hopefully answer their questions. So, first impression is I love this little cacti, what is this called, embroidery look, and I love the green, minty green spine. It is also fatter than the previous books, but that could also be because, like I said, there are so many goodies. As you can see, the pages are standing up. There are so many goodies in here, so I don't know if there's more pages or just more goodies. But all of that aside, let's start flipping. Like I said, if you want to speed it up or slow it down, you can use the little gear button. And don't forget to leave me your opinions in the description box down below, or in the comments down below. I will also quickly show you some of the goodies that are in here. Okay, so I'm first up going to start with my favorite thing in this book, which is kind of silly, but it's this huge ass envelope. How? I don't know, I just love it. I do like this print, and then it's quite sturdy, and it could be used for memory keeping or for, I don't know, pen paling. And for some reason, envelopes like this just make me very happy. So that's the first thing I want to share. I also love this little print. Without imperfection, neither you nor I would exist. I don't know, I just really like that. You can make it stand up. It's a little bit wobbly, but I do think that that is very cute. But yeah, let me just get into this for real now. Okay, so that was my flip through. That was also, for me, the first impression. And the first word that kind of comes to mind is like grandma chic. I don't know if I'm the only one, but it kind of reminds me, a lot of this reminds me of like grandmothers. And I don't mean that to insult anyone, but it's just, for me, I associate my grandparents with lots of orange. And let me get some examples, like lots of prints like these and these and these. I reckon for some reason this just reminds me of grandparents, or lots of orange. That's also because my grandparents loved orange, which is strange because I don't like orange. Usually I don't like orange at all. I do have to say I love these floral prints, despite them being kind of like retro as well. But I don't know if I like all of the prints in this book. There are some that I love, like the floral one, and there are some that I have mixed feelings about. And the possibility, of course, is that if I flip through this 7 times, they will grow on me, especially because orange is kind of perfect for fall crafting, which I have started doing. But I don't know, like my first impression is not immediately love, love, love. There are pages in here that I do absolutely love, but there are also some things that I've said this 7 times, conflicted about. This page, love, love, love. Beautiful floral print. Usually I'm not a fan of yellow, but how pretty is that? It's a writing page. This print, it has like fragmented photos on it. I just find it confusing. Like if it was fragmented floral photos, I would have loved it, but right now it's just a lot of rocks and I don't know. It's not necessarily sparking my creativity. So, oh yeah, this is also a little bit strange. There's one other thing that I found strange. Probably there's 7 more things that I found strange. One other thing that I found strange, and that is these envelopes. They always include envelopes in the books. There's usually like writing sets. So you'll have like the writing paper. Where is it? You have the writing paper and then you will have matching envelopes. This year, there's lots of envelopes that are not actually matching. This is a matching one, the one with the florals, because I just showed you the yellow floral page. The other ones are kind of random. And what I find confusing about this is you have a print on one side and then you have the label on the other side. So does that mean that we use this as inside or Also, there was one that I found particularly strange. This one with the people kissing. If you fold that into an envelope, it's just gonna look weird because his legs are upside down. So for me, that was just something that I found strange. Another thing that I found strange is that there are 2 calendars in this book, and I don't usually use the calendars, but we have this calendar of special days. I love the idea, but there are some, for example, if you want to write birthdays on this, these spaces are super duper tiny. So what do you do with them? Like, do you mark them off? For example, if you have a holiday planned, you can cross them out, or how does that work? I was a little bit confused about that, although I do love a calendar of special days for like memory keeping or something, but not a whole lot of memory keeping you can do on these. And then there was also this one, which is like a blank. This is more like, I guess, a birthday calendar or like a family planner or something. But what I do love about this is that the back side has pretty prints. So usually in the previous years we would also have the these types of pages, calendar pages, and then I would just use the back side. That is something that I find Flo does very, very cleverly. You can always use, look at this lovely floral print. You can always, I'm definitely going to use that. Oh yeah, another thing that I loved about this book, I don't know if you guys could see that in the flip through, but this, fill the blanks, over to you. On the following spreads you will find inspiration on the left page and a page of possibility on the right. The aim is for you to fill in the blanks. Enjoy. So this is the inspiration, and then you can like doodle or collage, or I don't know. I would probably find this very difficult, but I also love this idea, like making this a beautiful page of florals. I have to admit, I probably won't be filling in these pages anytime soon, but I do really love this idea. I think that's such, maybe like for people who are not crafting every day, this could be such a fun way to start creating something. So that's definitely a big plus, and I wanted to explain that as well, because when I flip through it, it might not be really clear what this is. Then what else? Yeah, of course, lots of writing pages, which is always good. Not a whole lot of like regular crafting pages, like just the prints. There were some prints, obviously, but not as many as previous years, which I guess makes sense because I know that not everyone is a fan. Like these pages, like print on one side, print on the other side. Not everyone is a fan of those, because if you, for example, don't craft or if you don't do pen paling, then what are you going to do with those pages, right? But I loved them, these pages. I loved them because they're so versatile for like folding into envelopes or even incorporating into little flip books. But then I do have to admit, the pages that are printed they didn't choose my favorite prints. I would have loved if this was like the yellow page with the yellow flowers as well. I would have loved to see that print come back more often because it just sparks joy. But I do have to admit, these are pretty okay. I'm just giving you all of my opinions. These are tags, by the way. I hope that was clear in the video. Then I know a lot of people probably don't like them, but one of my favorite pages in the books are always these solid color pages. They call them, yeah, colored paper. I love them because they usually have such pretty colors on them. The only thing I find sad is this dot, because how pretty is this blue paper? And then there's this dot. And then this pretty paper. And then the dot. And then the dot. And then the dot. I don't know, if it would have been like a matching color, maybe it's okay, but this is not a matching color. So that's like, I don't know, I know that I'm nitpicking, but that is the fun of this, right? You get a book full of papers, and then you can choose, oh yeah, I love these illustrations of the little cards. You can just pick and choose what you like and what you don't like. And then also, even if I'm nitpicking, like for example, the envelopes that I find strange, probably I will still use them because the inside paper is such a pretty pastel color, and the dots I can probably cover up, or I can just use pieces of the paper. So it's not like, even if I'm giving a negative, it's not that I hate the book, obviously. I just wanna, you know, I just wanna vent, because I was actually kind of nervous for this book. I don't know why. So that's like my opinions. Probably what I find funniest about this is that in the comment sections of all of the previous ones, I would get so many contrasting opinions. Half of the people would say love the book, and the other half would say hate the book. I want to know from you, do you love the book or do you hate the book? I have to say, I'm not disappointed. I am not sad that I bought it. I do love the new additions, such as this and the big envelope, and the gift bags are always good. And I even like the little notebook because of the colored pages. It's a mini notebook, but it's not a boring notebook. It's pretty pages notebook. There was another notebook, this one, that is boring. It's just white pages, but I guess for some people who do like doodling or collaging, this could be fun. I mean, I'm not complaining. There's also wrapping paper, which is always the same. And then I was a little confused about these. But I guess they're fun. I mean, you can pop them in the envelope. But even if I'm confused, I guess that might spark creativity. in a way, right? Because you have to think outside the box. I also loved these prints, again, because of the soft colors, and then even the dark green is beautiful. So, all in all, despite me pointing out dozens of things that I do not like, I do like this book. I do love... This is definitely one of my favorite prints. It keeps coming back. It's so subtle, but I really like it. Oh, and there's also matching stickers. So I want to know, I've talked enough. I want to know from you guys, do you love this book? Do you hate this book? Would you get this book if you were able to? Like I said, I don't know if you can internationally, but and of course let me know, what would you like excuse me, and of course let me know, what would you like me to craft with this book? I reckon it's an envelope flipbook would make sense, or an envelope in general. We don't have ideas right away, but I would love to hear from you. What would you like me to do with this in the future? Oh, one more thing I'm gonna say. Oh yeah, one last thing. Two last things. I was confused by these cards because the page information says that this is wrapping paper, but obviously that's a mistake. These are some kind of chipboard, like they almost resemble very thin wood, and there's dozens of holes in them, so I guess you could do like cross stitching. So I guess this is like artwork pieces. But one thing I did like about this one, contrary to the previous ones, is that there were not hundreds of posters in there, because I don't have use for posters. But same as with the previous years, the posters have pretty prints on the back side. So even if you don't want to use the posters, you can just use the back. So that's the last thing I'm going to say about it. I am not sure yet. I will be flipping through this book for like I said, 10 times, because that is what I enjoy most about these books. And then it will probably grow on me more, because I do like this book. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap it up here because I'm terrible at endings. Bye!